Wow, your nose is very small. You're always putting a little smile on your head. You have your fingers like this all the time. And your hair and everything. Nothing moves about you. Nothing is moving. You never blink your eyes. And your eyebrows can be seen through the hair. Right? You want to talk more? What else do you have to say? Do you ever just feel like there's no reason for you to be alive? I don't mean in like a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Care about myself, keep on going, whatever, dude. Just to look out for yourself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world will benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. Wait, what? When people realize the world will benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify the reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately, striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive, and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I will be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Ha 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 ha. My nose is running, because this gave me so much feels, man, recently. But it's just dialogue right now, like, what is going on, dude? I've said this multiple times, but what is going on? You wanna keep talking? I have nothing to do here. I like how you have these white things in your hair. It's like some sort of a ribbon to hold the hair in a super way. Hey, what's your favorite color? I guess, what's my blue, I guess? Mine is emerald green. Wow, that's pretty precise. It's like your eye? It's the color of my eyes. Yeah, I can see. That's not conceited or anything, is it? You made your eyes green because I love green? Wow. I just meant that I feel some kind of special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Does it happen to also be your favorite color, Pony? No. It's just a guess. Because you've been looking into my eyes for a while now. Ha ha ha. Yes, I have. I have been looking into your eyes because what else is there to look? There's like nothing else of interest. And obviously I'm gonna look at the Kawaii Baka anime character here. With a red thingy on her. Where tie is and where tie she'll be and hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? Wow, cool. I don't mean that like I'm bragging or anything. I just thought you'd enjoy a fun fact about me. I decided to start a couple years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to just stop contributing to that whole mess. What, is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much about that part. It's weird, like we only care about killing the things we personally relate to as species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it thought. But suddenly if they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. And what if plants feel some kind of pain too, and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off a stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by one? I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyway, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if we ever have dinner together, and you just did it for me, that would be really romantic. Okay, now you're just trying to brainwash me. I'm going vegan after this game. No more animal eatings. I'm not eating animals anymore. I'm gonna eat lettuce and onions and peanuts and what else is there to eat? Nachos? Bread. Pony, do you believe in God? That is very controversial question. I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid, but as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there are children who live their lives by being sold as sex slaves. You're right. What is God thinking, guys? Why will He let that happen? Or the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat. I wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover for some incurable disease. But the punchline is this: if just one person beats the odds and survives, amongst the thousands of others would die, then it's suddenly a miracle from the God. I did really love to meet this God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for his miracles. But the irony is that I do have a creator, apparently. And you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of Sayori and Yuri, even as we speak. What are we to him but props in a scripted play? So from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God, if Earth was nothing but his playset. I actually thought about it as well. It's like, if we're a part of someone's game, someone is controlling us. What if someone just created the Earth and we're just we're like the artificial AI in that game, but we're self-aware, and we learn, we're super pro AI. People are maybe following us. You know what's an elite form of literature? I guess poems? Rap. Really? I actually used to hate rap music, okay? Maybe just because it was popular, or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio. That was a pop-up on the right. That is cool. But some of my friends got more into it, and it helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways, since you need to fit your lines to a rhythm, and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. I agree with that. Rapping is pretty hard, because you've got to be like, oh, jabadon, jaboon, jagabadu, or wadagabadon, bajibadagaboo, wadigadibudibadigo, while you just read a poem out loud. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Haha, sorry if that sounds silly, but it will be really interesting to see what they came up with. It would really be a learning experience. Oh my god, I could do the rappers, like a rapperoni, man, yeah. It's like I'm talking to some guy that thinks a lot. I think the guy that wrote this, or company, I don't know, is a very intelligent human being. He is very high IQ, I must say. He is, or actually I have no idea. You know, it kinda sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard but get almost nothing for it. You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Wow, yeah. Kind of makes you feel like you're not special, not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah. Don't. Dude, how much longer do I have to stay here? When does it... Is it like an infinite amount of lines that I have to read? Will it ever end? Will it ever go into a loop? Will something happen other than you telling you lots of things? You tell me a lot of things. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burned out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas, watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing the next day. Ha ha ha, sorry, I know it's not very cute of me, but a late night on the couch with you, that'll be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. Wow, you're pretending to be like a very romantic character now. You're like, all of a sudden we're playing like... It's like, wow, you have stayed this long? Wow. Many people would have quit by now. And I'm still here. Because I want to see what she says next. She. Because it's clearly she here. She's saying all of this. Damn, Monica. I was like in your club. And you let everyone die. Dude. And now you're talking about eating junk food and watching TV after work. You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone else in the club had scenes outside of school too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to wear some cute clothes for you. Do you know any artists? I wonder if anyone will ever want to draw me wearing something else. I'm pretty sure someone has done that already, but thank you. That will be sugoi! If that ever happens, will you show me? Sure. You can share it with me on Twitter, actually. My username is lilmonix3. Sellout. Just try to keep it PG. We're not that far into our relationship yet. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, we don't know hentai, please. Keep her clothes on. Don't expose the breasts and the other thing down there. I don't know what it is. Or the behind don't show me too much in flesh. There's a really popular character type called tsundere. Yeah, that's like a Natsuki. And probably Yuri too. And sort of like Sayori as well. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious. But Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. Yeah, I kinda saw that. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little bit more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time. I think it's really gotten to her, so she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore considering she doesn't even exist. Eh, that's evil. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Dude, I know she didn't exist, but come on, you can act like she's in a happy place now. She's making cookies, her dad gives her more food, and she's friends with Sayori, and she's at the literature club right now reading manga, and she made new friends, and finally she met people that enjoy manga and not afraid to share it with her. Are you gonna keep talking, or are you gonna start dancing? Let's dance. Let's dance together. No, let's not dance. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more that I want than to be in the same room as you for real, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows, maybe it will be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. Are you in character right now, or are you the Twitter Lil Rolex 3 or something? Yeah. I honestly don't know, dude. I'm still here. I've probably been here for a pretty long time. There's still nothing to look at except you and the moving sky that keeps exploding or something. And like how one curtain closed. I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe. Oh, cafe? Go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That will be appropriate, right? Yeah, because it's like a literature club. Haha, you were the president. You must have a lot of interest in the book. But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. Oh, yes. I'm gonna find you some big chocolate. There's so many free samples. Hahaha. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Free samples. Not in where I live. Free sample. If I would try to eat anything, there would be like robbery, police. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. Wow, when you're here, everything that we do is fun. I'm so happy that I'm your girlfriend, Pony. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. Boyfriend? Excuse me? Excuse me? I guess the only reason I will be staying is because I'm a boy. Every girl would have given up by now. I'm too attracted by your beauty. But maybe, what if it's a girl that's interested in other girls? A lesbianage? That is a good question. Why do you assume I'm a boy? I am not a boy. I'm a girl. I'm not a girl. I'm a boy. I'm neither. Don't assume my gender, please. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling really anxious. Not like out of nowhere, but yeah, I guess. And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about, and that makes you even more anxious. Haha, that's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a bit. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. No, I'm sorry. I mean, right now, I guess it's like what was I playing? I played Doki Doki Literature Club, where Sayori killed herself. Then I replayed the game without Sayori. What's your favorite game? Right now, I guess I'm really enjoying this game, but right now it's getting pretty weird and pretty like it keeps on going. What's my favorite game though? I guess I'd have to say something like all-time favorite, World of Warcraft, League of Legends. Haven't played League of Legends for a while. Haven't played retail World of Warcraft, but I spent a lot of years in World of Warcraft. Sure. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, like I said, that's pretty fun right now, but I'm not sure why I'm keep going. That was a joke. Wow, that was funny. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Oh no. Oh no, she's gonna do something then. Other romance game, This game, I don't know. It doesn't feel that romantic anymore, to be honest. I wonder why. It doesn't feel too romantic. Okay, miss. Okay, everyone. Is it over? It's time to... I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. You're funny. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Ho 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 ho. I thought it was over. You tricked me. Now what else can I look at here? This image can be stuck in my head forever. Or for a long time. Forever. Like, seriously. Can something happen here? Something I can click. Something I can interact with. Your eyeballs. Your ears. Your... Oh. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often, but because of that I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you are here with me. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. Faking confidence is, yeah, indeed, pretty important. Especially if you go for a job interview, you can't look like completely antisocial and shy, but if you show up very confident with your shoulders up high and full of energy and talk clearly and etc., then you will succeed more in some things. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone else's files, I can still kind of feel them. Me too. I can feel them inside my head. I remember them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. Imagine if after someone you knew died, you just started hearing their voice in your head. That would be really freaky, and I would probably be insane. Maybe I just wasn't through enough. But I'm too afraid to delete anything else, because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. And that will ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you, Pony. I think she's testing me. She wants me to delete her. This is possibly the final message, and she's not going to say anything more. That would be quite... I feel like that was like the final message, and she's testing me to do it. You want me to delete your files? Are you testing me? Is this the end? You want me to delete you? By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does. Yeah, it probably... I assumed so. Especially after they said something like translating error, or like, haha, this doesn't translate well at all. It's clear that it was like a Japanese joke, so, and the classrooms and the houses and whatever, dude. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? Well, Japan has like this unique house and classroom styles and clubs and festivals, so pretty much, yeah. I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not really. Not to mention everything is in English. It feels like everything is just there because it needs to be. And the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of given me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Like what I'm looking at right now. If I saw this outside the window, I'd be freaking out. Would you still feel like you're home? No. Well, do you want to go outside? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night.